From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, February 21st, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.25 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,202 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $245. Antiwar.com reports U.S. officials continue to hype the spring offensive during which the Iraqi government will try to retake Mosul. Increasingly, they are conceding that U.S. ground troops will be playing a role, though exactly how big of a role is somewhat unclear. The official plan right now is to deploy 5 Iraqi brigades, 25,000 troops, against the city where between 1,000 to 2,000 the Islamic State fighters are setting up defenses. More reinforcements from the Islamic State are likely. Despite hugely outnumbering the Islamic State, the ineffectiveness of Iraq's ground troops has many U.S. officials and even some Iraqi military leaders saying they probably won't be able to handle it on their own, even with Kurdish help. And even with heavy U.S. air support, U.S. officials are saying U.S. ground troops are to be brought in if necessary, and almost everyone believes it will be necessary, as the Islamic State isn't going to give up Mosul without a fight. In recent weeks, the U.S. has been massing a large number of combat troops in Kuwait for just such an eventuality, and within the next couple of months seems to have a ready-made excuse for launching the ground war they've repeatedly ruled out. The most recent indications from U.S. officials are that the attack on Mosul will be happening sometime around April. The Islamic State has held Mosul since last summer, and with so much lead time, has had plenty of opportunity to shore up its defenses. ExpressCoin is the best choice for buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and more. ExpressCoin prides themselves on their customer service, so much so that the back end on the website should allow them to be even more focused on your needs. Get your cryptocurrencies with money order, check, wire transfer, or cash deposit. Get started at expresscoin.fppradio.com. That's expresscoin.fppradio.com. Reuters reports Eurozone finance ministers agreed in principle on Friday to extend Greece's financial rescue by 4 months, averting a potential cash crunch in March that could have forced the country out of the currency area. The deal, to be ratified once Greece's creditors are satisfied with a list of reforms it will submit next week, ends weeks of uncertainty since the election of a leftist-led government in Athens, which pledged to reverse austerity. The agreement, clinched after the third ministerial meeting in 2 weeks of acrimonious public exchanges, offers a breathing space for the new Greek government to try to negotiate longer-term debt relief with its official creditors. But it also forced radical young Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras into a major climb down since he had vowed to scrap the bailout, end cooperation with the troika of international lenders, and roll back austerity. European Union paymaster Germany, Greece's biggest creditor, had demanded significant improvements in reform commitments by Athens before it would accept an extension of Eurozone funding. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. The Guardian reports, with American Sniper sure to command national attention this weekend as it vies for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, the trial of the man who killed Chris Kyle moved towards its climax in a small Texas courthouse in front of the former Navy SEAL's friends and family. Kyle's widow, who gave emotional testimony on the trial's first day, was in court on Friday as the final witnesses assessed the mental state of Eddie Ray Routh, who shot dead Kyle and his friend Chad Littlefield 2 years ago in Texas. Opposing attorneys offered jurors a stark choice. Either Routh was so severely ill that he did not know the difference between right or wrong at the time of the murders, or he was faking some of his symptoms and concocted fantasies about pig-human hybrid assassins after watching Seinfeld on a television in his cell. The verdict will determine whether Routh will be convicted of murder and spend the rest of his life in prison, or face a possibly permanent stay in a mental health institution. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.